Welcome back to Tap Tech, where we break down the most consequential hardware shifts in the imaging world and help you navigate your next gear investment with absolute clarity. If you thought Canon was going to rest on its laurels with the original APS-C powerhouse, the latest industry intelligence suggests you are completely wrong. For months, wildlife shooters, sports photographers, and hybrid content creators across the United States and global premium markets have been whispering about a successor. But what is emerging from the supply chain leaks isn't just a minor refresh. We are looking at a complete architectural reimagining of what an APS-C mirrorless camera can achieve. If you are standing on the edge of a purchasing decision, trying to figure out whether to upgrade your gear bag or hold your cash, everything you think you know about Canon's upcoming lineup is about to be challenged. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on the most credible, highly guarded specifications surrounding this anticipated release, breaking down the hardware changes, and exposing why this particular body might completely alter your workflow. Let us address the elephant in the room right away: the sensor. The original R7 made waves with its high-resolution APS-C footprint, but the leaks pointing toward the Mark II indicate a massive leap forward. Current manufacturing reports indicate that Canon is leaning heavily toward an all-new 39 to 40 megapixel backside-illuminated stacked sensor. Now, if you understand sensor technology, you know why a stack design changes the game entirely. A BSI stack layout radically increases readout speeds, drastically reducing the rolling shutter artifacts that plague fast-moving subjects. When you are tracking a soaring bald eagle or panning across a Formula One car screaming down a straightaway, rolling shutter distortion can completely ruin an otherwise stellar frame. By moving to this architecture, the upcoming body minimizes distortion down to levels typically reserved for high-end professional full-frame flagships. Furthermore, the microlens array sitting above the photodiodes has been redesigned to harvest light at sharper angles, which means cleaner light collection, improved shadow recovery, and enhanced dynamic range when shooting in high-contrast outdoor environments. To manage that monumental flood of pixel data, industry insiders indicate that Canon is integrating a dedicated DIGIC Accelerator chip alongside the primary processor. This secondary processing engine is crucial. Without it, pushing electronic shutter burst speeds up to an anticipated 40 frames per second with full autofocus and auto-exposure tracking would be virtually impossible. Think about what that means for field shooters. Combined with advanced pre-capture capabilities, which capture frames milliseconds before you even bottom out the shutter button, you are effectively eliminating human reaction time lag. The camera records the moments you usually miss because your finger is fractionally too slow. For wildlife and sports professionals who live by the split second, this hardware combination alone justifies the intense industry chatter. The electronic shutter mode is no longer just an alternative option, it is becoming the primary high-performance operating state. Because the sensor readout speed nearly matches elite full-frame counterparts, banding under artificial stadium lighting or fluorescent indoor fixtures is heavily mitigated. This opens up indoor sports arenas, indoor basketball courts, and fast-paced indoor events to silent, high-speed shooting without the visual degradation that used to force photographers back to mechanical shutters. Speaking of mechanical shutters, engineering leaks point to a completely revised physical shutter curtain designed to operate with smoother dampening and a vastly improved life cycle rating, ensuring that even if you prefer traditional physical feedback, the tactile experience matches the high-end pedigree of the camera. Autofocus capability is also receiving a massive generational shift. Industry reports describe the incoming tracking algorithms as potentially the most advanced ever embedded into a crop sensor system. Utilizing an upgraded iteration of dual-pixel CMOS AF coupled with deep learning machine learning processors housed inside the DIGIC Accelerator, the camera recognizes subjects with astonishing tenacity. Whether a subject is partially obscured by tree branches, turning away from the lens, or moving erratically at high speeds, the tracking box locks on and refuses to let go. One of the most common complaints leveled against the first-generation model wasn't its capability, but its physical handling and mechanical shutter profile. According to leaked blueprints and preliminary design details circulating from factory floors, the new body borrows heavily from the refined layout seen in newer upper-tier models like the EOS or 6 series. Expect deeper, more secure hand grips, better sealed weatherproofing dials, and a redesigned shutter mechanism that solves the tactile harshness of its predecessor. The physical button layout has been optimized, positioning the multi-controller joystick and rear dial closer to natural thumb placement to ensure seamless adjustments while looking through the electronic viewfinder. Storage configuration is getting a much-requested professional overhaul. Leaks point to a dual card slot setup pairing high-speed CF Express Type B with traditional SD architecture. This means no more bottlenecks when writing massive RAW bursts or extended high bitrate video clips to your media cards. You can offload gigabytes of data at lightning speed, ensuring that your buffer never locks you out of a critical moment during an extended sequence of high frame rate captures. Paired with blazing fast USB-C data transfer protocols compliant with modern computer interfaces, your field-to editing workflow becomes frictionless. Speaking of video, let us talk about what hybrid creators can expect from the pipeline. While early documentation kept video capabilities tightly under wraps, subsequent supply chain leaks suggest that the camera is engineered to support high-resolution recording formats, including advanced oversampled modes and high frame rate 4K, with ongoing discussions pointing toward RAW capabilities and high-end codecs. Coupled with the crop factor advantage of the APS-C sensor, giving your telephoto lenses an effective 1.6x reach boost without losing pixel density, videographers shooting distant subjects gain an incredible free extension on their focal lengths. Imagine mounting a standard 100 to 500 mm zoom and instantly getting the reach of a massive, expensive super telephoto prime lens without sacrificing frame clarity. It is a portable powerhouse designed for creators who travel light but demand heavy-duty performance. Color science and video profiles are also receiving notable upgrades. Expectations point to the inclusion of Canon's refined Cinema EOS color matrices right out of the box, making it exceptionally easy to match footage shot on this body with larger cinema cameras during multi-camera commercial shoots. Furthermore, thermal management inside the redesigned chassis has been vastly improved. Extended recording sessions in warm outdoor environments will no longer trigger premature thermal shutdowns, allowing wildlife filmmakers to sit in blinds for hours rolling high-resolution footage without fearing sudden equipment failure. Power management is another critical factor that has leaked out of regulatory filings. Recent certifications indicate the adoption of the high-capacity LPE6P battery pack, the same power source driving Canon's more demanding professional bodies. The original R7 occasionally struggled with battery longevity under heavy continuous shooting and electronic viewfinder use, but this transition guarantees higher amp draws and better thermal stability under sustained loads. So, how does all of this translate to your wallet? Market analysts and retail watchers are predicting a launch price point that sits noticeably higher than the introductory cost of the original generation. Given the inclusion of a stack sensor, dual processing power, and professional-grade card architecture, it will command a premium price tag. But looking at the feature set, you aren't just paying for incremental upgrades, you are looking at a miniaturized flagship engineered to punch way above its weight class. Whether you should pull the trigger immediately upon announcement or wait for hands-on field reviews depends entirely on how badly your current kit is holding you back. If your workflow demands lightning-fast sensor readout, zero-compromise crop factors, and uncompromising autofocus reliability, keeping your eyes locked on these unfolding developments is the smartest move you can make. Thank you for watching Tap Tech. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into incoming technology, and we will see you in the next video.